Hi, my name is Matt Scott and I'm the band director at Sandy Springs Middle School. So I'm here to talk a little bit about this year's middle school technical etude for the 2020-2021 GMEA All-State. So like any other etude, or really any piece of music at all, the first thing that I like to look for is I like to look at the key signature. And it looks like in this case, we just have a B flat, which means for the majority of this etude, we are in the key of F major. So make sure all of our E's are going to be natural throughout this etude. So beyond that, the first thing that I like to look for is I like to look at the very top of the etude and see if there are any notes or any directives that might help me as to how to play this etude. In this case, right above the first measure, you'll see that it says alla marcia, which all that means is march-like. So think about any march that you may have played in band class or any march that you've heard before, and there's a specific sound and a specific style that comes to mind. It's generally things that have each note has a little bit more space in between it, and each note has a crispness and a clarity to the articulations. So in light of that, what I like to do is I like to take the first phrase and I like to play it on an F, focusing on having each note be crisp and clear at the front. I do this a number of times. I make sure I record myself on either my phone or another recording device, because oftentimes what you think you sound like back here, not what you sound like out here. So it helps to give us a little bit of perspective. And once I am comfortable with the way that my articulations sound like, I add back in the notes that are written, making sure that I'm moving my slide very fast and not interrupting everything that I worked on when I was just playing on a concert F. So after I've done that and I'm comfortable with the way that all of that sounds, I'll look for any additional articulation or style markings in this etude, which this etude has quite a few. For example, at the beginning of almost every single measure, you have an accent. So what I like to do is I like to take these accents out of context and just play them on their own, like this. And what I really like to do is make sure that those accents have just a little bit of weight on them, make sure they're coming out of the context just a little bit, and then once I'm comfortable with the way that I'm playing them, I play everything in context, making sure that every note in between the accent leads up to the next accent. Dee da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 dum. What this is going to do is this is going to help to give each of these lines a little bit of shape, in addition to playing the style markings that are on the page. So good luck and happy practicing.